Can you hush up in there? A little loud, postman.
All righty, Clint Bowyer has joined us, and we'll get right to it. Clint, whirlwind week.
Yeah. You wish you always want to win races. You're very proud to win races, and I'm still proud of that win. I don't believe that we did anything wrong. I guess I'll go on a record and say that first and foremost, in my opinion. I want my fans to know that. I wouldn't. There's a lot of integrity that goes into this sport. I'm damn proud of being a part of this sport. I love this sport, and I wouldn't cheat to win a race in this sport. We have a lot more integrity, for myself and our race team at RCR. But hopefully, I only have to do this once. I woke up about 6 o'clock this morning, and that's pretty uncharacteristic for me. And I just grabbed a notebook and wanted to make some notes. For myself and for you guys. I know a lot of you guys, there's a lot of questions, and trust me, there's a hell of a lot of questions that I have too. And I'm going to go through them. I like to have facts when something like this comes down. I got a timeline of facts. I'm going to start with number 1. We were warned after Richmond the car was too close to tolerances. Number 2, was told by NASCAR they're taking the car after New Hampshire no matter what, 1st or 43rd. Number 3, the car passed pre- and post-race inspections at the racetrack. Number 4, Monday, the rumors started about all of this, and in my opinion, forced NASCAR's hand to do something about it. Number 5, Wednesday came. It's a 150-point fine. And the 6th thing is and at least an answer. I'm looking for answers too. And the only thing, there's several things, but one of them is a 2-ton wrecker pushed me to victory lane. I'm going to elaborate on them. I think the first one, we were warned that both sides of the car were high after Richmond, both sides. After the race in New Hampshire, after it got back to the tech center, or whatever they call that place, just the left side was high. I think this shows that we were definitely had it fixed. Something within that race happened. Number 2, after being told that they were taking the car, we made double sure before it went to New Hampshire that car was right. Who in their right mind, knowing that they're going to take that car, wouldn't have made triple sure that thing was right before it went to the racetrack? I could have hit the wall doing a burnout. I could have done a lot of things that other drivers have done and other teams have done in a post-race celebration this year. I didn't. We didn't want to push that in NASCAR's face. We appreciated them warning us on the fact, and we tried to fix the situation. They told us about that situation Wednesday. Wednesday, the car leaves. We had about 2 hours to jump on that car and make sure that thing was right. And number 3, the car passed pre- and post-race inspection. How can a car pass pre- and post-race inspection and 3 days later get such a huge fine? They take the car completely apart to measure this thing, and in my opinion, that's not the way the car was raced on the racetrack. I think that's something to be said. Number 4, once the rumors started, it wasn't long before the penalty. I think NASCAR has a lot of problems with a lot of cars on the racetrack being out of the box, and I think they needed to set an example with something. Number 5, I don't think the penalty fits the crime. 60 thousandths of an inch, folks. Grab a quarter out of your pocket. That's 65 thousandths of an inch thick. Less than the thickness of that quarter right there resulted in a 150-point fine. Before or after this, grab that and ask yourself if that was a performance-enhancing thing right there. I think, and the last thing, my question is it possible that a 2-ton wrecker could bend the quarter panel of this thing 60 thousandths of an inch? You have to ask yourself that. I got hit during the race, turned a couple times. Racing is tough. Now, if this thing was knocked out a half of an inch, I could see something being made. But if it passed the height sticks afterwards, the very height sticks, the 48 and the 11 did not pass, then miraculously enough, when that same pit crew pushed it back around, after 20 minutes it passed. That was pretty amazing. It passed those same sticks. And, my dad owns a towing business. Has been since I was born in 1979. I know a little something about wreckers. About 15 years ago, they took them push bumpers off the front of them for this very reason. I remember back, people used to come in a snowstorm. Please push me out of the snowbank. You push them out of the snowbank, 2 days later, they'd show up with a body shop bill in your hand, wanting you to pay the body shop bill for the damage you did to the back of their car. This could happen. That's the only question I have for you guys, is to ask yourselves, is it possible for that to happen? That's all I got to say.
All right, let's go right to questions. I see Claire's hand first, and then we'll work our way back.
Claire B. Lang, Sirius NASCAR Radio. You said early on that you felt NASCAR's hand was forced by the rumors that did start to flow on Monday morning. Do you think you would not have gotten the penalty had those rumors not come out? And B, those rumors coming from an inspection over at the R&D Center, where do you think those rumors begin and how do they get out? And are you angry about that? Or,
I'm angry about the whole thing. This tarnished my win. It's something you're very proud of. I'm very angry about it. I'm angry for my fans, for our sponsors. I'm angry about it. I think there's a lot of things that a lot of people don't know about, media included, and I don't understand it about as much as you do. So I found myself all week, instead of celebrating a win, trying to figure out what the hell they were talking about.
The rumor, do you think you would have been?
Oh, yeah. I don't know. I know that the rumors, in my opinion, I truly believe that these rumors forced their hand in making a decision.
We'll go Dustin, Joe, and then Jeff Hood in the back, and then I see Nicole also.
Dustin Long, Landmark Newspapers. Clint, I just want to go back on one thing you said. You said, I think NASCAR has a lot of problems with a lot of cars being out of the box. So do you feel like that, one, I guess, what kind of percentage of the cars out there are illegal each weekend? And two, how do you resolve that issue? I
think NASCAR does a great job of policing, and maintaining a common ground. I think the cars, look at the racing. Now, last year and the last 2 years, when an organization was dominant as they were, do you think they had something up on a competition? This year, it's as close as it's ever been. I think it's pretty damn good racing on the racetrack. I think it's as best as we've had it since this car's, put in inception. So I think they do a good job. I respect the fact that, what they have to look at each and every week. My personal opinion, I don't like the R&D Center. I think what you bring to the racetrack is what they inspect. And, 3 days later, the car completely taken apart from something that you haven't even raced. I mean, it's a completely different vehicle, You take the suspension off the thing. These are all components that bolt on. Ain't a decal you took off. I mean, these things are bolted on and can interrupt the way the car is measured. How can that possibly be, kept in the same box? So I think there is a lot of I think there's a lot of cars that are close to being on the out of the box side. I think that's what crew members and crew chiefs are paid to do, and I do think that there's a lot of cars that are very close. I think they do a good job. I appreciated the fact that they warned us. That's why we tried to fix the thing. That's why we did fix the thing before it went to New Hampshire, so this wouldn't happen. Not to rub it in their face and say, well, you don't know what you're talking about. We're going to continue to do this and don't think you're going to do anything about it. I mean, you got to appreciate this sport and respect the sport, and we darn sure did, and it bit us in the rear for it.